A 100-year-old rundown schoolhouse.
We had to save it. It's very loved, but it needs a lot of love. We'll show you the inside now.
Walking into the schoolhouse.
So this would be the main entry of the school. Beautiful original staircase, which we will be repairing. So happy it's still here. So
the school was built in 1917. It's called the Bellevue Schoolhouse. It replaced another school that was here from 1862 until 1917, a one-room schoolhouse. This is a two-room schoolhouse, 2,500 square feet per floor.
So this would have been one of the teachers' offices, we think. The people that bought it in the 70s had a resale or like an antique store and a clock shop, so a lot of things are left here from that. There's a lot of damage we have to deal with. We've always wanted a big project, but this is a really big project. And then on this side is another office with a collection of golf clubs.
Lots of wood golf clubs. Pretty cool. So this was a school until 1949. And between 1949 and 1974, the school was used as a Western Mennonite church and a Baptist church. Rumor has it was a brothel, antique store, clock shop, bookstore, a little of everything, and a lot of everything is left behind.
So in this room, we don't really understand what the purpose of that was. It's empty inside, so that's going to go away. That structure will go away over there because that's not original. The idea is to take it back to as much as possible. We'll lose the ceiling. We haven't really done anything since we got it, except bring in this beautiful piano.
Here, let's pan around to the piano. There's a 1915 upright grand piano that was gifted to us by some generous folks, and it was quite the feat getting it up those stairs. And that'll be another video you can watch. Please subscribe. Hit like, share with everybody you can. We need all we can.
So this is just the other side. Once this is gone, it'll be just a nice big room again.
So we'll be having numerous sales at some point, since we have so many things to sell. And there'll be different videos showing what we uncover in these empty boxes.
So if you follow over here, you can't really see it, but this would be where the bell, how you get to the bell tower, which is a little terrifying.
This is a terrifying ladder that goes all the way up.
The bell is missing, but we hope to find one.
Goes way up into the attic, and there'll be more videos of the attic soon. And then you have to crawl through the attic and through a window to get to the roof. It's very interesting. But we intend to bring this all back to original, so it looks like it was in 1917.
So now we'll go down to the basement where the family lived in the 70s up until the 2000s.
I'm guessing the kids went. There was supposedly only an outhouse here at the time the school was built, and the first toilet didn't go in until 1940, so the outhouses no longer exist. But we wonder if this was a cafeteria at some point down here.
A little dark.
It is a little dark.
We went the wrong way.
It's a little terrifying.
Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so the first creepy bathroom is up there.
Oh, let's go back to the creepy bathroom. This is down this corridor, and it's a very interesting, very narrow bathroom, but it was built, we believe, in 1957 for this guy. But yes, I don't know if there's ghosts in here, but I have felt something.
I didn't realize there was artwork in there.
There is?
I haven't really gone down in there.
Oh, there is. And there's the old furnace. Once again, 1957 for the furnace. We're going to try to...
You can get it running again.
If I can get it running.
So it is a little chilly in here, but luckily it's kind of warm outside. So this is the living room. They kind of just moved and left everything.
See the damage from water coming in here? Like she said, They lived down here, raised how many kids?
Well, at least 4 of them, I think, lived here.
And then around 2005 or so, basically, like she mentioned, just moved into a mobile home next door and pretty much left everything. And this is what we got, everything.
So, a couple bedrooms.
There's, of course, it has to make a buzzing noise. But the ceilings are amazing, over 9 feet tall, 10 feet, I think. But there's lots of damage that needs to be repaired.
We're not 100% sure what we're doing down here quite yet.
Lots of
Sealing
stuff.
everything up and protecting it is the first step. Oh, this room you wanted to go to.
Oh, yeah. Does the light even work?
I don't know.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, kind of. There's another kind of a bathroom back here.
This is the original bathroom. The first bathroom from 1940s right there. 1940 toilet and sink.
No shower, right?
No, if I don't fall down here. Yep, there's an old sink. That does not look like 1940, but the toilet's definitely 1940. Spider webs. Oh, there's a radio on the wall. Okay, this is the sump pump here that protects us from flooding this basement, which I think we're okay so far. But we have a lot of rain coming. That's why we're doing videos today.
So now we're going to step back in time to the kitchen. That pretty much was left as it was originally.
This is from the late 50s.
Complete with a meat patty press
press.
thing, I guess. But even the cupboards, some of them still have dishes and everything. So who knows what we're going to find.
We haven't looked through anything really yet, much.
No.
Because this is, feel the weight of that thing. Oh, okay. Okay.
Another bathroom down there.
Yep. Kind of a cool fridge that opens up on the door like this. Somebody would probably like that restored. Washer and dryer.
Well, we have a guy. That's good. For all these.
This is the 1957 bathroom with a shower.
And again, carpet.
And we always love carpet in a bathroom. So most of this is going to be going bye-bye. But it will be pretty interesting. Here's an old calendar from 1974, which should have been the year the family moved in 1974. So that's really kind of cool. That'll be kept, obviously. And I think that is it for the downstairs here.